So shapage number 3 now, please.
I would say related to that is finding what I liked doing in life. So I think related to those worries, I did very conventional jobs on leaving university. I was a banker for 8 months. I qualified as a barrister and did the pupillage stage, but I never actually practiced. But I didn't realize that in retrospect, I was doing the conventional things you should do, you think you should do if you've got a good degree. And it wasn't until the age of 27, when I didn't get the tenancy, the lifelong job as a barrister, that I finally thought about what I really wanted to do. And I had a catastrophic fall in reputation from being a libel barrister to a gossip columnist on the Daily Telegraph. And on my first day of being a gossip columnist on the Telegraph, I went on to the Evening Standard. I absolutely loved that day. I remember it strongly today. And I suddenly realized you could enjoy jobs. And if you enjoyed them, you were that much better at doing them. A really big change in life, finding out what you like doing.
And I love the fact that you didn't go past the pupillage to being a sort of beautiful butterfly of a lawyer, and you ended up instead by being I love that, a majestic glide from grace, I would say, to being a gossip columnist.
A jackal of the press. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you've cut your chops on being a proper hack then.
Which is really good. I was still quite shy. And I remember the night before that job on the Telegraph, I was really dreading having to, stitch up my friends or be rude to famous people. But actually, on doing the job, you realize that the vast majority of the stories are provided by people themselves who want to publicize their book or their film or their poetry collection. And so on that first day, the very nice secretary on the desk put up her hand, waved an invitation saying, who wants to go to the launch of Kingsley Amis's letters, his collected letters, at the Garrick Club. And I loved Kingsley Amis, so I said, I'd love to go along. Went along, met Martin Amis, and I talked to Martin Amis about Kingsley Amis, his father, and also about Philip Larkin, who I also worshipped. And he gave me this wonderful quote. It's very friendly to me as a jackal of the press. He said that I asked what was the effect of Philip Larkin dying on Kingsley Amis's life. And he said, before he died, Kingsley Amis had 3 struts to his later life, which was drink, the Garrick Club, where we were chatting, and Philip Larkin. And it was like 3 struts of a 3-legged stool. And when one of them fell away, Philip Larkin dying, the chair collapsed. Well, that's a perfect little story for a gossip column. So I found that evening. And I talked to Martin Amis, who I admired, about Kingsley Amis, who I revered. And I realized, God, jobs can be enjoyable.